grabs my arm, snatches me. He said, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? La, la. So then he pulls out a knife. Hi guys, I'm back again. And today I will be telling you guys a story time. And this story time is going to get posted on Valentine's Day. This story time is not for the ladies that's going to have a Valentine. This is for the single ladies that don't really care about Valentine's. Alright guys, so this story time is going to be about the time that I got caught cheating twice at the same annual party. Now I got caught cheating twice, 2 different years, but I'm going to tell you guys. So let's get into the bad guy. So it's going to be 2 guys in this video. One is going to be called Crazy, and the other one is going to be called Man. So here it goes. So in the 9th grade, when I first started going to my school, I didn't tell y'all about my school before, but I'm not going to tell you again just because I'm telling the story. So I started going to my school or whatever, and I was kind of just like dibbling, dabbling, you know, like talking to people here, talking to people there, blah, 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 blah. So Man was like popular, and I was like popular, I was like cute, and everybody was all like, oh, she, you know, like, y'all know me, y'all know me, y'all know I was always put together, so they was like, who is that girl? So then, like I said, like, I want to say everybody knew me in my school. I don't know who didn't know me in my school. Literally, everybody. The jocks, the losers, the nerds, the popular kids, the geeks, the worms. Everybody knew me. All the teachers knew me. My principal, I was very well loved by my principal. All my assistant principals, all my teachers, like, loved and adored me. So literally, everybody knew me. Everybody loved me. I was just that girl. So, Man texted me one day on Snapchat and was like, I like you. And I'm like, how you like me? You don't even know me. And he was like, I want you to be my girlfriend. And I was like, you don't even know my last name. And so he was like, well, what's your last name? And so I told him my last name. And he was like, okay, now that I know your last name. I said, well, I don't even know your last name. So then he told me his last name. And he was like, so will you be my girlfriend? I said, you're going to have to know me. I said, and you can't ask me to be your girlfriend over the phone. So we talked a little bit, you know, before that. I mean, like, after that. We talked a little bit. And then at school one day, he came up to me at the end of the day. I was in my ROTC uniform. I'll never forget. I'm all in my locker. And my locker was always decorated so cute. High school ladies, keep your locker decorated cute, okay? So he comes up to my locker and he grabs my hand. He's like, will you be my girlfriend? And I was like, yes. And then we kissed. Now mind you, we are both popular, so like literally we had a small school. The whole school was around, like, wow! It was like recorded. It was like a whole moment for us to only date for a week. But anyways, it was a whole moment. Everybody was like, wow! Wow! Oh my god. And so we kissed. So then his sister, she was like, oh, that kiss turned me out. I want to kiss next. And he was like, shush, we ain't sharing this one. And I just thought to throw that in. She ended up hating me, but it was okay. I just thought to throw that in. So anyways, I was dating him. So Crazy, I was not talking to Crazy. Was I talking to Crazy yet? I think I knew him, but I was not talking to him yet. So he was very, like, paid attention to me. So he would, like, get my favorite drink, get my favorite chocolate and stuff. So first off, he was older than me. I think he was a senior. No, he was a junior at this time, and I was a freshman or whatever. And he would like bring me my favorite, you know, my favorite stuff and stuff. And I'm like, because juniors was supposed to be upstairs, he wasn't even supposed to be in my hallway. So he was just in my hallway, just checking for your girl. So he would always like bring me my favorite stuff. So I was like, I kind of like him. So meanwhile, I started dating Man. So I think I was talking to Crazy before this. I think that we were texting, but it was like a whole big deal because he was older and I was younger, and it was like, whose family are you gonna meet? You think I'm gonna bring my first boyfriend home to my daddy and say he's older than me? Heck no. So when I started dating Man, he was very upset about that. He's like, you dating Man, la 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 la, don't talk to me, la la la. So that I just told y'all that because that's gonna play on later in the story. So I'm dating man or whatever. We dating. So I end up getting into it with him. I end up getting into it with this girl about him because she was like, that was my boyfriend. You took my boyfriend. And I was like, girl, it wasn't his girlfriend. They was banging though, but it wasn't his girlfriend. So she was like, first off, she didn't even know who I was, which is crazy. Like, she didn't know who I was because I had a table at lunch. I had a table. Let me relax, y'all, because I'm telling the story too fast. I had a table. We were sitting at my table, and she was all like, yeah, and he called himself getting him a new girlfriend. He don't get to get no new girlfriend. La, la, I was his girlfriend, la, la, la. So she was talking about all the stuff she did for him when we only been in school for how many weeks? And he just met you in 2 weeks, and then you dated him for 4 days, and you was just this ride or die chick. So then so she was talking junk, and she was like, yeah, and some, I'm talking about man. And I said, man is my man. And she was like, you dated him? And I was like, yeah. I said, and if you want to talk about me, you could get away from my table. So she went and found a new table because she was at my table. You're not going to sit at my table and talk about me. Period. So she went and got her another table. But anyways, this is just how messy he was. Mind you, at first, I didn't even really like him. I was in 9th grade. I was like, I do what I want to do. I do what I want to do. So I didn't even really like him because, I mean, I thought he was cute. That was about it. But I didn't even like, you know. So anyways, fast forward. Man cheated on me in my face. So we went on we went on a school field trip. On the way to the school field trip, we was all on a bus. And we was like sitting next to each other and la 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 la. And mind you, I wasn't banging or like being like, or like anything like that. I was just like kissing, you know. I was like kissing, maybe a hug. That's how I was because I was definitely scared of all of that. Okay, I was scared. So on the bus, like we were sitting together or whatever, his friend kept coming to sit by us, so I was like sitting in his lap, and it was like really weird because he was all trying to grope me and stuff, and I was like, and so, you know, it was like really weird. So we got to the place, we was like at a museum of some sort, so you get to walk freely. So I called him, I'm like, where you at? Like, we should be walking together. And he was like, on the phone, he was like, if that B want my number, she better come get it. I ain't coming to her. And I'm on the phone. I'm like, I'm on the phone. I said, banged on him. So then we get back on the bus. He's like, give me a kiss. I was like, no, F you. I am not dating you anymore. You trying to get that girl. So I went off on him. Anyways, stop talking to him. That on the bus. So later on, we had this party. It was like a party, and they like turned the lights off. It was like a blackout party at my school. So, you know, I was being a fast tail. And back then, I was in shape, and I was a dancer. Like, I was still a dancer, and I was flexible, and I was splitting and twerking and on the walls because I was just flexing because everybody was just like twerking, and I was like really flexible. So I was like doing my split move, like showing my splits. I was twerking upside down on the wall. I was like twerking in the split. I'm like, oh, y'all ain't never seen this. Y'all ain't never seen this. Like, y'all just doing this petty stuff. I'm like, y'all ain't never seen this. I'm doing splits. I'm upside down, twerking on the wall. Like, I was hot, and I had on like this white crop top, these black jeans, and these red. Had on some type of red designer shoes with them. My phone on the silent. They blowing me up. But anyways, so before the party, man was sitting with his group. He had like a little group. He was sitting with his group or whatever. And someone smacked my butt. Now, when I turned around, his friend was in eyesight of me. And I bammed him because I thought that, like, literally in my heart, I thought that they thought I was that girl. Like, they thought that was that girl. You know that girl that's just like, oh, yeah, you had her, now it's my turn. And I wanted it to be very clear that she is not one of them. And I was like, bow. And, I mean, after I hit him, he was like, I mean, it was like, he started crying. And I was like, he was like, it wasn't me. And you know when you got to whisper because you got to catch your breath, but you trying to explain it. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. He was like one lonesome tear just dripped down his face. And then, you know, like that one, and then like your eyes. So then like a few more. He was like, whew, and walked out of there. And I was like, my bad. And then here goes man, it was me. It was me. Why you punch my man? I said, because I thought y'all was trying to try me. He was, I never do you like that. I never do you like that. And I was like, don't be touching my butt, because I don't even date you. And he's like, whatever, man. Whatever. Your butt was looking nice. And I was like, don't talk to me. And I walked away. So then Crazy was at the party. So Crazy was like, first off, Crazy wasn't even coming to the party. But I told him that I was going to come. Then he was like, okay, well then maybe I'll come. So then I lied and said I wasn't coming, but he still stayed to see if I came. So the whole party, like while I'm dancing and twerking and popping like a drop it, popping like a drop it, he's standing on a wall watching me or whatever. So this is so crazy because, like I said, I had just stopped dating men the same day. So I was like dancing in the floor or whatever, right? Like dancing, like getting my groove on. I wasn't dancing like that, but I was like, you know, calling myself being hot girl, doing a bunch. I came in there with a rap, I left with a fro. Anyways, so I'm dancing. So Crazy like grabs me and kisses me. And I was like when he grabbed me, I went like this. Cause I'm like, what are you doing? Mind you, I was literally not even talking to him like that. So I was like, what is wrong with you? So I was like, pushed him back. So I hurried up and ran over to man because I was just like, I did not kiss him. So I was like, I did not kiss him. Like, he tried to kiss me. I did not kiss him. So then man and his friends are all like, we about to jump him. We about to jump him. La, 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 la. So Crazy ends up leaving. So, long story short, this is so crazy. So Crazy ends up leaving. Man and his friends was like, I think they, I don't know if security made Crazy leave or what happened, but I know that they was about to fight or they was about to jump Crazy or whatever. So anyways, fast forward, me and man started back talking or whatever, and I was like very remorseful because I was like, I shouldn't even been nowhere around Crazy when I was dating man. It was just not, you know, ideal, and it was ladylike. So I told man, and he was like, you know, basically I'll forgive you if you be my girlfriend again, and like let what happened with him trying to get that girl number go. But I was like, okay. So I started dating him again. Long story short, Crazy basically told me like, you need to break up with man. Like, I don't know, he gave me a deadline or whatever. So man was at church one day and he took too long to text me back. And I was like, you know what, you took too long to text me back. I don't want to date you anymore. Because like I told y'all, first off, I didn't have like no type of connection with man for real. He was just cute. I was cute. We were both popular. It was like that thing. But Crazy, I felt like he had paid attention to me or whatever, and he like got me my favorite snack. So that's all I really cared about. And I was, oh, he's paying attention to me. And I'm not one of those girls that's like, oh, he pays a little bit of attention to me. I mean, like, Crazy was persistent. Like, got my favorite snacks every day. And this is when I used to drink a different type of tea. Not my favorite tea no more, but I used to drink a different type of tea, and I used to drink Hershey bars with almonds. But I used to feel on the back of them to get a lot of nuts. He used to bring me like the nuttiest one. So I was like, you know what? You're heaven sent. We're here. So I was like really excited about the nut bars. Actually, I really was. And I'm fat. I'm fat now. I was fat at heart then because I was skinny then, but I'm fat. Like, buy me a chocolate bar. So no. But anyways, so like I said, I was liking him. And so I did. I cut man off. Like, because he gave me the deadline or whatever. But I didn't even start dating Crazy because I'm like, I'm not going to date you right after. Huh? Weird. So we just ended up talking for a few more months. Long story short, I ended up dating Crazy. So the next annual party, the next year, me and Crazy broke up. We broke up like every week dang there. But anyways, we had broke up. So I went to the party. Once again, Crazy was supposed to be coming to the party. Came to the party to watch me. So I'm dancing, bopping around. Because I am the party. Like, everybody, I'm the party. So I'm dancing, bopping it. And man comes up. Like, I'm just tell y'all the real. I was twerking on the ground. Like, I was twerking and, like, popping my back. And I got a video. This exact same twerking movement. I was like on my hands, on my feet, and popping it. And man got like down, like kind of on top of me. So then I like stood up because he tried to like do the same thing I was doing. So I'd be like twerking on him. So then I like was stood up or whatever. So then here comes Crazy. runs across the room, grabs my arm, like grabs my, God, that was stupid. Grabs my arm, snatches me. He said, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? La, la. So then he pulls out a knife. He had a, you know those switch knives? Thing knives. Put knives. He said, I'm gonna kill him. We like in the hallway from this now. So then he runs back in, trying to, saying he's gonna stab man. I don't really know. It was like so much going on. The security guard was like chasing after him. So I don't really know, you know, if he said, I'm gonna stab you, or if the security guard just heard him. Security guard was outside the party with us. So he was like, what are you doing? La, la, la. I was like, he got behind me, like, calm down. You're not even my boyfriend. Why are you here watching me? I don't know. It was weird. So then he runs in to like stab man, I'm assuming, for getting behind me. But I'm like, this is like kind of when this might have not been the first crazy act, but I was just like, that's crazy. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you should respect your lady enough. I wasn't his lady at the time, but you should, you know, when you got that on and off again thing, I can understand where he was coming from. I mean, beat him up, but stabbing is like a bit absurd. Anyway, so I was like, what are you talking? I was like, he got behind me. You see me get off the floor, like you're watching the whole thing. So he was like, grab him and go stab him. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, no, don't stab him. Like, chill out. So he goes in there, about to get jumped by all these people once again, next year once again. So then security guard brings him out. They're like, we're gonna take you to jail. You need to, but since he was a junior or whatever, no, he was a senior by this time. He was like, you need to chill out. Like, call her out or I'm calling the police on you. So he ended up calling him an Uber and going home. But it was like really dramatic. It was like the most dramatic-est thing ever. It was the dramaticest thing ever, like, in my life. So it's Kim from the future. I forgot to tell y'all that he called my mom. He called my mom and told on me. He was one of those. So after he left the party, he called my mother. So she was coming, you know, like the party was ending or whatever anyways. So she comes to get me and she was like, Crazy called me, and I'm like, called you, said what? She was like, he called me and told me that you were dancing on a guy, and him and the guy got into it. I'm like, he tried to stab the guy because the guy got behind me while I was dancing. And my mom was like, oh, like, you know, that's crazy, and don't be like that. So she ended up calling Crazy. He did not pick up, like, he sent a voicemail. Then I called her because my mom wanted to talk to him. So then it was like a whole intervention. That was another thing that I hated about him, because he used to always call my mama. I'm like, why are you snitching on me? To my mom. And then my mom always was like, oh, well, don't be mean to him. Or if I block him, oh, I'm block him. She was one of those. So it was really embarrassing. I was just like, this how it was. And then he ended up going home. It was like a whole big deal. His mom had already hated me, but she really hated me after this. She was like, I don't care if she was naked in the floor, you don't do that or whatever. And that's when, like, and then, like, his mom had really blamed me for that. And that's when I knew, like, you know, she just wasn't, well, I had already knew she wasn't a fan of me, but I was just like, this lady really just don't like me. Because did I tell you to go stab this guy? No. I never said that. Like, I never ever said, hey, go stab him, he got behind me. I was like, you doing too much, you crazy. But instead of having a lunatic son, I gotta be the lunatic. You know, you always, somebody gotta be the bad guy. And I guess, you know, when you got that one little, you know, like, child that you just like that with. So I was like, okay, I'll be the bad guy, I guess. She was like screaming at him like a whole big deal. And she didn't really want him to date me anyways, because she was like, you're going to college, you could get you a better girlfriend in college. And I'm like, great, get you a better girlfriend in college so I can do what I want to do. Because it was like a whole toxic thing. But yeah, that was basically the story. Like, after he tried to stab me, he had to go home. His mama hated me even more. But yeah, that literally basically the story. It was so many stories into one, so I wanted to tell y'all. Because if y'all are single on Valentine's Day, cue the music.
Fuck Valentine's, bitch. Fuck Valentine's, bitch. You ain't get no candy. You ain't get no.
If you don't got no Valentine's, that's okay. Because it's guys like man that's cheating on you, and it's guys like Crazy that's trying to kill you. So period. Don't have a Valentine's Day. But I just thought about dropping this on Valentine's Day. I didn't really want to talk about anything lovey-dovey. Maybe I will tell y'all lovey-dovey stories for the girls that's in a relationship. But that's the story I wanted to tell y'all. So that concludes this. this concludes this video. Until the next time, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can become Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can become a part of Kim's clique. And until the next time, I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I am out, and I can't wait to be back again.
To the bell, fuck Valentine. Fuck Valentine.